viens de fermer ma fenêtre.
C'est de la Nouvelle Importante de France.
Today is June 6th, 1944 in France.
At approximately 6:30 a.m., American Army forces began landing at two key beaches codenamed Omaha and Utah. American forces at Utah Beach hold pockets of land totaling over just about 6 miles.
Ooh, that seems like quite a
Glad
lot.
the U.S. is here, aren't I?
Yeah. The first town in France, Saint-Miraglès, is liberated by the Allies. This honor fallen to the American forces from Utah Beach and paratroopers from the previous day's drops. Omaha statistics are grim, and the group holds the least amount of real estate at just 4.3 miles across and 1.2 miles inland. However, they do hold positions in precise Sur-Mer, Colleville, and St. Laurent-sur-Mer.
The time is now approximately 7:25 a.m. and the British and Canadian armies wide ashore beaches Juno and Gold in France. The U.S. Army forces arriving at Omaha Beach face prepared a stout veteran defense made possible by German's 352 2nd Division. After just about 2,400 casualties, the 1st U.S. Infantry Division holds beachhead. Allied naval warships open up their guns on German defensive portions along the French coast. It looks like we have a beach war today, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Canadians out of Juno Beach take Benares.
In preparation for the arrival of the regular armies by way of amphibious landing, British and American airborne paratroopers are looking to arrive in France, just after midnight.
The time is now approximately 8 a.m. Most of the German defenders at or near Gold Beach have been cleared out or now are on the run due to the British and Canadian soldiers.
Sounds pretty hasty, Evan.
It does.
Currently now, British forces are moving out of Gold Beach and trying to take Le Riviere. Despite the confusion on the part of the misdropped Allied paratroopers, the defending Germans are thrown into an equal level of confusion, noting Allied airdrops all around them. Also, Germans, 21st Panzer Division, are trying to launch a counterattack. It's going to sound pretty bad.
It does. It's getting pretty bad.
We'll be right back with the live interview from London with Monsieur de Gaulle.
Hello, Mr. Gall. It's okay if I ask you a few questions?
Why, certainly.
Thank you. What impact have you had on this World War so far?
Well, I was one of the first people to reject the arms race from Germany, and I established the Free French Forces in 1940. I escaped from Nazi capture and went to Britain on June 18, 1940, where then I gave my famous speech and where I founded the Provisional Government of the French Republic, and I'm the chairman of that.
Been a busy man, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
So, can you tell me what's been happening with the past couple of days?
Well, the Americans don't trust me, and they feel like they need to constantly keep an eye on me, even though it's not really their business. Duff Cooper and two other Brits approached me on June 2nd, just 2 days ago, and told me I was ordered back to Britain by Winston Churchill. I refused, but then the next day I had to relent and go there because the pressure was too much, and I really didn't want to go because they wanted to establish their government in my territory, but there really was none of their business to start with.
So, on the topic of Winston Churchill, can you tell me how his mindset's been going on in the past couple of days?
Well, Churchill welcomed me to London yesterday and told me some important military events were going to occur. Churchill wanted for me to give a radio address to the Allied powers, but I refused because FDR, the President of the United States, did not recognize the Provisional Government of the French Republic as my government, but yet Churchill wanted me to meet with him to establish a relationship.
So the government you've made is not being recognized in France?
Yes. It's not being recognized in Britain, and it is not, well, it is being recognized in Britain, but it's not being recognized in the United States, and I think that's preposterous.
Understand. Thank you for
Onto
your
a 6
time.
by 6 mile piece of land, where there is still cut off from the rest of the Allies at Juno Beach. The German counterattack reaches the beachhead at Sword. The German 21st Panzer Division is repelled by the combined Allied armor and air assault, advancing it harder into France.
U.S. Army forces arriving at Utah Beach find themselves some 2,000 yards away from where they should be. The result is the force finds little German opposition at Utah. The original landing zone was to be centered around Les Dunes de Ferrovial. Total casualties from the landing are 300 personnel. Also, the British paratroopers are taking the bridges over the Cairn Canal and the Orne River, which is quite tragic. No less than 5 key bridges over the Dodge River are blown up by the British paratroopers.
By midnight, hopefully, D-Day at the beaches is more or less over. Now all objectives are captured, but progress is nevertheless made. And remember, friends, sign up and join.